There is so much bullshit out there in Rocket League, especially when it comes to how to actually rank up and improve. Just learn the double flipper set, just learn the triple flipper set. How about you just shut the fuck up? So in this video, I'm gonna share with you guys the 4 traits that every single SSL has. And if you stick around till the end of this video, I can guarantee you one thing, and it's that you're gonna have a new, fresh perspective on improvement in Rocket League. It's a perspective that, you know what, probably isn't what you want to hear. It's not your average advice like, oh, just stay happy and motivated and eventually you'll rank up. You're not going to hear any other influencers talking about this because the information I'm about to give you is extremely controversial and will probably end up getting me canceled. But it works, and I'm telling you that through personal experience in my ranked grind. I've been number 27. I've been SSL for a long time. I know what I'm talking about, unlike all these other people who make videos about how to be SSL that have never even been SSL, and if they have been SSL, getting there one time honestly isn't near as impressive as staying at high SSL season after season after season. Number 1, and this is especially true with pro players or really high ranked SSL, it's that believing that you're special, and to an extent believing that you're better than everyone. And a lot of you might take that at face value and be like, Dice, what? How could you say that? That's a horrible thing to say. Well, if you look at really successful people like LeBron James, like Elon Musk, like Michael Jordan, they all had things that they're better at than other people. Do you think Michael Jordan would say that no one was better than him and he had nothing special going on with him? No, he wouldn't say that. He was better at certain things and reading certain things than other people were. He just had an eye for it. And I believe everyone is special in their own way. I don't think that anyone is just, a useless and valueless person, but a lot of people don't believe in themselves, and confidence is a huge thing in Rocket League. If you don't have the confidence and you don't believe you're special, then you really won't ever get anywhere. You're just gonna look at yourself and say, oh, I'm trash, I'm this, I'm that. When the reality is if you put in the time, you can literally get to any point you want in Rocket League, or really anything in life. What I actually did to rank up was I would have this mindset. I would go into every single game I played and I would treat the lobby like they were horrible. I would treat them like they were brain dead. I obviously wouldn't say anything to them or be rude or, have a mean demeanor, but I would just think in my mind that I was better than everyone else. And what this did was it gave me an absurd amount of confidence, enough confidence that I could actually beat them and get to the point of where I am today. And it's the same thing as going on your alt account. It was like going on an alt account for me because I just felt like everyone that I was playing was a plat and I'm SSL, and I was like, oh, these players are garbage and brain dead, and I was like, how are they even in this rank? So I would just play with them. I would give them zero respect. I would challenge every ball I wanted, and I just played with the utmost confidence. And sometimes it was delusional because sometimes I would play players like apparently Jack, or I would play players like AJ, or just these pro players, and they would, destroy me because I'm not respecting them at all, and they would just, insta flick, whatever. But a lot of the time it worked, and that's how I got to where I am. This doesn't just apply to Rocket League. If you want to be a doctor, you can really put in the hours. If you want to make more money, you can put in the hours. It's just time, and anyone can do anything they set their mind to. Number 2 is going to be expecting everything to go wrong. And this is a pretty controversial one, especially because a lot of people don't want to have this mindset. But if we flip it and you have the mindset that everything should go right, having this positive mindset, which is good, but what can happen is when things go wrong and you're expecting everything to go right, your mindset shifts downward. Right? But if you think everything's going to go wrong, but things go right, you have a completely different outlook because you're expecting to fail. You're expecting to get back up and try again. But when it actually works, that's your sign to say, oh, wait, this actually works. And you can keep going and use that as a driving motivation and a driving factor for improving, is believing in yourself. Number 3, it's going to be this understanding that it's easy to get there, but it's hard to stay. And what I mean by that is getting SSL one time, that's cool, I guess. Getting it twice, that's cool. But staying at a really high rank for a really long period of time is a lot harder than just getting somewhere one time. And once again, these aspects apply to pretty much everything in life. Making, you know, your first $1,000, that's fine, I guess, but making $1,000, you know, every week, that can be a lot more difficult than doing it one time. So I say this to help you understand that even if you get the highest rank one time, your race isn't finished. You still have more to go towards, and you need to understand that there's always more to improve upon, even if you get the highest rank. I'll see players that get an insane ego that have peaked at 200, 300 MOR under me, but they're still SSL, and so they think that they're the same skill because they peaked at my rank one time. No, we're in completely different levels. And number 4, the most important one, in my opinion, and it's having an ego, right? And once again, some of you may hear that comment and think, that's a horrible thing to say. And I respectfully disagree. I'm not saying to sit here and berate and bash other players and be disrespectful and say, I'm so much better than you. I don't want you to do any of that. I preach for positivity. If you guys have watched one of the videos, I always say, don't be rude to your teammates or anything. But it's understanding that every player has an ego of some sort. But I advise that you raise your ego. I advise that you think you're the best player on the field, because when you do that, your confidence goes higher. And like I talked about earlier, when you have higher confidence, you play better. It's kind of the same thing as if I go on an alt account, or anyone goes on an alt account, they're not going to play the same on their main account because they don't really care. And number 2, they're confident that they'll win because they're versing lower ranks. It's the same thing, but when you genuinely believe that you're the best player in the lobby, you're going to be winning more games. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Real quick, if you guys want, I have a Discord server. I'll have the link in the description. You guys can message me whenever you want. I help you guys out. I give you guys free tips, anything like that. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.